So as we kick off 2025, I'm going to give you some updates on some cases from 2024. Some of these cases are still ongoing, and in other cases, I've got some crazy developments related to some of these 2024 cases. All of the full videos will be linked, and any text you see on your screen in white or in yellow is part of the original video. We're going to start off with Kyle. You remember Kyle Walker, formerly of the Orange City Police Department and then the Edgewater Police Department. Kyle introduced himself to us as he was a brand new cop of only about 3 months when he became part of this traffic stop right here. This traffic stop that led to almost a year of shenanigans. By now, I'm sure you've seen the full story. If not, check the link. But this is not a stop for a traffic infraction, nor was any crime committed. Yet rookie Kyle will show up, seemingly just to escalate, just to be a jerk, and just to violate my rights. Officer King, who you see here, I had no issue with at this point, and it didn't go south until Kyle showed up like an angry little chihuahua, trying to prove that he's a big dog.
No.
Whole interaction's on video.
Okay. Do you have your license on you?
Did I commit a crime?
We are investigating.
I'm suspected of committing.
Yes, sir.
What crime do you suspect me of committing?
Let's not do this.
No, I just want to know what crime.
So either what's going to happen here is you're going to identify yourself, like legally, because you have to.
No, but listen.
This is a legal traffic stop. You also have tinted windows, so provide your identification.
Well, you don't have to be a.
But I'm not doing this back and forth, right? So provide your identification right now, or we're just step out of the car and detain you. It's up to you.
But listen.
No, I'm not listening.
I'm gonna give you my ID.
Now.
I'm gonna give you my ID.
Okay, let's do it right now.
But it's under the threat of arrest, right?
Okay.
Just to be clear.
That's fine.
For months after this, his administration, even city leadership, denied that he ever said what you just heard him say. But then we started looking into him, and we saw so much tyrannical behavior and rights violations. And because this development is so shocking, I've got to show you a reminder of who Kyle is. So let's look at another incident where he had stopped a driver who has read his Miranda rights, said that he did not wish to speak to police, and after that point, Kyle badgered him with questions, even forcing him to say exactly what Kyle wanted him to say. See for yourself.
With you now, listen to me. Have him or her with you now or at any time during questioning. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed. One will be appointed to represent you. If at any time you wish to stop talking, if at any time you wish to stop talking or have your attorney present, all questioning will be stopped at your request. Do you understand these rights?
Yeah.
With these rights in mind, do you want to talk?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
All right, so someone's coming to pick up your boy and your car. Is someone coming to pick up? No, we're gonna work with you. Bro, you got felon.
With Miranda rights invoked, Kyle is chasing a blatantly coerced confession.
All right, well, when's the last time you sold it?
I haven't sold anything.
Today? Or?
No, nothing. I literally smoked a blunt and I put it in my bag.
Is this your people?
Yes, that's my people.
So you want them to take your cash?
Yes.
Okay.
Trying to get all that. I have literally worked for landscaping under the
What
table.
landscape company?
Even a landscape company. It's my own company.
Okay. What's it called?
You know what's it called? It doesn't have a name. I literally do it on my own.
You told me you got paid today.
Yeah, I did.
So you did. If it's your own company, listen to me. If it's your own company, you don't get paid, right? That makes no sense.
What do you mean I don't get paid?
If you be honest,
I get paid literally by the people. I call, I text them.
What people?
I show up to the house.
What house? Where?
What house?
Give me an address. Give me a person.
An address. I could go to 1726 West 5.
Okay. And they paid you all this. Who paid you all this money?
It's just individually. I get it in separates.
From what addresses?
I told you.
What kind of mower do you have?
What do you mean what kind of mower I have? I have a ride-on lawnmower.
What's it called? What model?
John Deere.
What model?
I don't know what model.
See how that's not adding up?
That's not gonna add up. So now I'm gonna just be screwed.
This is gonna be seized. Brown, the cash is getting seized.
Miranda rights be damned. Kyle's determined to make this guy say what he wants him to say.
Yeah, can I talk to one of them or not?
Yeah, in a second. Listen, bro. Do you have if you're on, where'd the money come from? Just be honest.
I am on it. Like, I literally get paid under the table. Like,
you told me you own the business. None of your stuff is. I know. That's why I'm trying to work with you, but you're not being honest. So everything that you're saying doesn't add up.
So what do you want me to say?
Did you get it from selling weed?
No.
Okay. Well, all the evidence makes it look that way.
Too. Like, she literally had money saved in her bank account.
You have $1,900 something.
I know. I have $1,200 in rent coming up. I have $300 in car insurance.
Yeah, so if you're honest about where the money comes from, I'll let them take it.
So what do you want me to say?
Where'd it come from?
Either way, I'm not gonna get it back. So like that's what I'm not trying to say. Like either way, like I said, I get paid under the table. There's nothing else to it.
Okay. Did you get any of the money from selling marijuana?
No.
None of it.
None.
Well, at this point, then the money is going to be placed into evidence based on the evidence here.
You can't give it to them?
No, because you're not being honest.
What do you want me to tell you?
I'd rather you be honest. Like,
so if I be honest, you're going to give them the money?
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
Okay.
All right, well, let me talk to one of them first.
No, it's your chance to be honest right now. So you have to make a decision.
Are you going to give them the money?
Yes.
Like positive?
Yes.
Okay, then yes. That's where I got it.
From what?
From the weed.
From selling it?
Not from selling it, I guess, but I just had it, I guess.
Okay, see, that doesn't make any sense. Did you get the money from selling marijuana or no?
Yeah, I guess. Oh, they can give them the money now?
What?
You give them the money now?
We'll work with you. You want to talk to them?
Yes.
So he already just told me that he got the money from selling marijuana. So he just admitted it.
Silly, foolish Kyle. That was not an admission. Kyle's a rookie cop, and it'll only take a rookie defense attorney to destroy that. But it's disgusting. Listen to that. Hey, just tell me what I want to hear, and your family will be all right. Don't worry.
I said I'd work with you.
Well, that's a lie.
But
I'm gonna give them anything, so.
You have indicators. You have no explanation where you got the money. Then you admitted you got it from selling weed, which is honest and all right in the report.
You made me say that.
I didn't make you say anything.
Because I need to give them the money.
We read you your...
Yeah, if you want me to say that, then tell me where you got it.
That's not true.
Trying to say I'm selling weed, pretty much indicating, making me say it.
I didn't make you say anything.
You just
Everything
lied to me, man.
is...
You just straight up lied to me.
Police are allowed to lie to you.
All right, well...
Like, you got your rights read to you.
Yeah, you just straight up lied to me.
It's the police are allowed to do.
Yeah, you made me lie.
Oh, I did?
Yeah, okay.
It's all true. Kyle forced it.
That I would think about giving the money to her if he was honest. So he admitted where he got it from. And he goes, you lied to me. I'm like, well...
You say, thought about. You thought about it.
Not to mention, I can lie to him.
Yeah.
Like...
Deception.
Ironically, that was Officer Brown there with him, who has become a huge current case, as you're aware. And we've got some big developments with that coming soon. But these are just a couple examples of Kyle's behavior and antics. He had only been a cop for a few months, and while still on probation after about 8 months, if I remember correctly, he abruptly resigned, turned in his resignation effective immediately. We may not know exactly what happened to cause that. I have some suspicions. I don't know that I can ever prove it. He was later hired by the Edgewater Police Department, and I took you with me as we went to Edgewater to warn his new chief what he had gotten himself into, and that it's going to take quite a bit of work, if it's even possible, to get Kyle up to par, up to the standards expected by the public. Now, he didn't last too long there either. Again, just a matter of months, and sources from the Edgewater Police Department reached out to give me this reason for why he left. This is shocking, because Kyle has now become Agent Kyle. Somehow, Kyle was hired on with the U.S. Marshals. I find this terrifying. I also lost a little bit of respect for that agency. I never knew much about them, but I thought they had pretty high standards. And I'm not being cruel here, but Kyle definitely does not come anywhere near the standards that I thought the U.S. Marshals had. Again, not being mean, but he didn't seem the brightest. And sources from both of his previous departments agree with that. And I didn't find many that were big fans of him from either department. What his role with the Marshals will be, I don't yet know. When I do find out, I'll let you know. But you tell me how the hell you think he pulled that off. With any luck, he's in dispatch or something. But that's the Crazy Kyle update. Now, let's move on to the next. In the summer of 2024, I encountered U.S. Park Ranger Jack Wallace when he stopped and detained my family and I before 8 o'clock for not being out of a park by 8 o'clock. He displayed tyranny, and after he failed to get my identification, and we drove off, Jack pulled me over to prove a point. Let's have a look at that incident.
You have
better.
Yeah, well, we're always out here by 8.
Wait, hold on, I'm talking to you, so don't walk away when I'm talking.
Well, I'm walking.
Okay.
You think you're in charge of me or something?
No, I'm just saying, I'm
Right.
trying to talk to you.
And I told you we're always out at 8.
Okay, yeah, and it's 8 o'clock right now.
No, it's not.
Okay, you have 2 minutes to be out, a 15-minute
Like I
ride.
told you a minute ago, we're always out by 8.
Okay, so what I'm doing right now, I'm going to ask for your driver's license, okay?
I haven't committed a crime.
Yes, you are. You're an enclosure violation right now.
Is it 8 o'clock yet?
It's about to be. I'll
No,
pull
we're
you.
not going to be out in time.
And we're getting out and we're leaving right now.
No, right now it is 1 minute until you're out. So you're not going to make it out.
We are going to make it out. Watch. We're going to make it out.
Let me see your driver's license.
What time is it?
I'm asking you. You're not going to identify yourself to me now.
Hey, what time is it? We got 2 minutes.
Let me see your clock on your phone.
It's,
Because that's the
we're
accurate.
wasting time.
Okay,
Walk to the her
let
window.
me see your phone on.
I'm
time
recording
on
on my phone.
Okay, so
58. We're wasting the time. I'm trying to get out of here by 8.
no, I'm gonna write you a ticket for not being out by 8.
It's not 8. As we drive away, he of course follows, tailgating dangerously close, and then activates his red and blue lights because, let's be real, he probably doesn't get a chance to use them too often. And then he'll tell us he's stopping me to prove a point. Well, now it's going to be after 8.
Well, it's 8 right now.
But
So what
why
I'm doing,
such
I'm
the
trying to prove a
ordeal?
point here.
I'm
No.
trying to hurry up
Okay,
to be
listen,
out of
listen.
We're
I asked
listen,
nicely
we're
20
here.
minutes
We're
ago.
here all the time, and we're always out by 8.
Okay, listen. It's 8 o'clock right now. I'm trying to
Right.
prove a point. I'm going to give you a warning tonight.
Okay.
I'm trying to prove a point. When
Okay.
I'm asking you nicely 20 minutes ago, hey, make sure you're out by 8. You said yes. You'll be out by 8.
Yeah, and that's
I'm
what we're
trying to
doing.
tell
We're
you.
rushing
You
to
have
get
go
out.
about time. A little
Rushing
bit
to get
better,
out. Right. Okay. Fine. Yeah.
Okay.
We're rushing to get out. We're always out by 8.
Okay. Thank you.
What was your name?
Wallace.
Just so Wallace. All right. So I know I appreciate it.
Okay. Thank you.
All right.
Have a good day.
That's gonna be a good video. So that demonstration by that clown of a U.S. park ranger in Florida took place in the beginning of August. You saw in previous videos that they were not easy to get a hold of, but I did manage to speak to a division chief and a couple of other people. They told me to send a complaint to opr@nps.gov, and they would take this very seriously, as they always do. Additionally, people reached out to me who claimed to have encounters in the past with this Jack Wallace. They described some creepy type encounters involving females. They alleged some creepy gawking, excuses for approaching and speaking to various females, probably usually in bathing suits since it's at a beach. On a different occasion, I actually observed the same thing, as I was coming back from a boardwalk and my wife was in the parking area. Guess who I saw pull in and appeared to be oogling? But then when I appeared and started to walk towards his truck, for some reason he drove off. Weird, huh? So they've never responded to my complaint. I have emailed and called countless times. I've forwarded the same email over and over, looking for just an acknowledgement. Since their Division II chief, Scott Larson, said that they take these things extremely seriously. But that's not what's being demonstrated. But like everything else I deal with that you've seen, I'm not going away. You can see he still had to act like a tyrant by tailgating dangerously close to this family after that BS traffic stop to prove a point. So you already know, but I'm going to keep pushing with this one. I did just confirm in recent days, however, that Jack Wallace is still with the Park Service as a park ranger and still works at the same place. That alone is pretty shocking, and that tells me they don't care about behavior like this. The next case we'll take a quick look at. This was fairly recently, where I found an Orange County deputy in a different county, parked not only in a fire lane, but blocking the drive lane in front of a grocery store. Let's have a look to remind us, and then I'll give you the update. No parking sign? Nobody in this thing. So we're in Volusia County. What the hell is this? An abandoned vehicle here? Look at this. Just parked right here. I'm so confused as to what this is. This is literally, it was backing up traffic, which is what caught my attention a minute ago. Parked this far away from the fire lane right here where it says no parking. Oh, what's up? This is you. That's called Volusia County for an abandoned vehicle. How come you park right here?
Because I had to run in real quick and...
I got to run in real quick too, but I had to park in a parking spot.
Yeah. You don't gotta, make a big deal out of it right now.
I don't have to make a big... What's your name?
Travis.
That's your last name? What? I'm actually coming in to get diapers right now.
Good, man.
Literally, but I had to use a parking spot.
Okay.
You're backing up traffic and everything. Orange County. Seriously? So because it's a police car, you think because it's a police car you could do that? Because it's a police car, right? That's why. Dude, unbelievable. Talk about above the law. You heard it. He said he can do that because he had to get diapers. I'm coming in here right now to get diapers. I had to use the parking lot. Holy hell. So we've got a couple of things with this case. First, I want to mention a few people reached out and said, hey, that's not a fire lane. Fire lanes are marked red. And they might be where you live, but here, no, they're yellow. And I went back to show you the ground exactly where he was parked, kinda, at least. And you can see it says fire lane. But first of all, we asked him his name there. After he told me, hey, don't make a big deal of this. I'm above the law. I said, what's your name? He said his name is Travis. That could be a first or last name, but for identification purposes, as I'm sure he assumed is the reason I'm asking, I wanted to make sure that's his last name. Because you can't call the sheriff's office and be like, hey, is Travis working? They're not going to know who the hell you're talking about if it's a first name. And that's a big agency. So he said his name is Travis, and I even clarified. I said, that's your last name? Suspiciously, he seems to avoid answering that question, but he indicates a bit with a little bit of a nod and an eye and eyebrow gesture, as if to say, yeah, that's my last name. And I'm certain that's what he did there. So he essentially lied to me. Because I found out through records that his first name is Travis, his last name is Morrow. I'm assuming he didn't want me to have his last name because he didn't want me to contact the agency and tell them and show them what he had done. Now, the agency did reach out to me. They told me that they had been contacted by many of you, so good job, public, in reference to this incident, but they wanted to speak to me because they wanted the exact date and time. They've begun an investigation. They say, obviously, this is wrong what we see here. But their larger concern, maybe not larger, but an additional concern, is what's that bottle-shaped object in the brown paper bag that he's carrying? If it's alcohol, don't know if it is, but if it is, that's prohibited. You can't purchase that while you're on duty in uniform. So even if you're off duty in uniform, you can't do that. So they want to reach out to the store with the date and the time to figure out what that purchase was. There is also a liquor store right next door on the same sidewalk. Was he in there? I have no idea. The grocery store also sells alcohol, but again, I'm not making any allegations. Maybe that's something else in a bottle-shaped package that they put in a brown paper bag. Who knows? But that's Deputy Travis Carl Morrow with the Orange County Sheriff's Office in Florida, and they claim at least that they will be in contact with me for the outcome. Now, we can't do this video without including the DeLand, Florida Police Department. This one isn't as much of an update as it is a reminder. This one truly disturbs me. It'll be a reminder to some of you, but some of you probably never saw this story. This officer and canine officer, Corporal Damon Clark, is what kicked off all of the shenanigans with the DeLand Police Department. There's a whole DeLand Police Department playlist dedicated to them. You really have to watch that whole thing to see for yourself that they make themselves look worse at every turn. Definitely the worst department that I've encountered. But Damon Clark still works there. He's still out on the roads, protecting and serving. Except for him, if you remember, or if you never saw it, protecting and serving means something else. He worked a detail at a high school for a football game, along with some fellow officers. But while observing the schoolgirls, a few of those fellow officers say that he made very inappropriate comments about these young girls. So much that it disturbed them, made them uncomfortable, and made them feel like they need to come forward with this. Additionally, they said that he had responded to a domestic type call where he met the female victim and took the husband to jail. Then, after obtaining the phone number because of the 911 call she placed, he allegedly used that for his own personal use and gave her a shoulder to cry on while the husband was in jail. And then, even after he got out, by shoulder to cry on, you can assume what I mean. These officers also alleged that he had photos on his phone of this female victim crying on his shoulder. And he showed the fellow officers these photos while on duty. There are several other things with him too. I'm just giving you a brief version. But they investigated. It was investigated by Captain Juan Miller, who you should be familiar with. Juan Milan. They decided, he didn't do anything wrong. He admitted the relationship with the victim, but denied the schoolgirl stuff. So Juan Milan and administration decided it didn't happen. So in saying that it didn't happen, they're saying those other officers are lying under oath and during an official investigation. But oddly, nobody was disciplined. They also didn't notify the school or the parents to at least let them know that these allegations were made and this could have taken place. And we confronted them about that, which is in some of these videos in that playlist. Damon Clark disturbs me, and he disgusts me personally, and many people agree. Along with many of his coworkers, they say the same thing, and they're shocked that he's still there. Outside of administration, he doesn't seem to have many friends there. But what we've learned at DeLand Police Department over the past year, them ignoring this really doesn't surprise me.
This report allegedly having some of this taking place on the school property, don't you think they should know about it? At least know about it. Hey, be aware, we're transparent. Here you go.
That's public record.
Right.
That's public record.
Make sure you check out those videos if you're not familiar. Now we'll head over to the Orange City Police Department briefly for the current story most of you are aware of. This officer here, Jamoris Brown, who is currently suspended or on administrative leave, paid for by the people, because allegations have been made that he used the department databases on his in-car laptop, the David system and the Flock system that has to do with traffic cameras, allegedly to stalk an ex-girlfriend. That wasn't the only way. He allegedly also used hidden tracking devices. Now, 2 separate agencies were investigating him criminally. The Volusia County Sheriff's Office is handling the internal investigation and a criminal investigation. So the outcome is pending those investigations. But there were also allegations of some battery and some other things that are even more disturbing that I only recently learned about. This case and its investigation have been crazy. Look for a separate video soon on this case and the new developments, including the allegations that I previously wasn't aware of. It's disturbing, and this person genuinely concerns me, especially in the role of police officer.
You don't know anything about that?
I'm sorry?
I'm investigating databases being misused for stalking and stuff.
Contact my PD. They can tell you.
You know there's a criminal investigation against you right now?